The Mud Hens are on a 4-game winning streak. The Mud Hens are on a 4-game winning streak. We're close to this number using one whole hand. It's 4. And the Tigers last night come from behind. I love you guys, and welcome to an all-new edition of All Andy Alfred right here on ClayFan23. I am your host, Andy Alfred. I'll tell you what, before we begin yesterday's show, we were going to put this in, but we forgot. The Toledo Walleye have officially signed a 1-year agreement with the Detroit Red Wings. You know what I like to do with this? Wipe my ass with it. I use that more as toilet paper. But the only good team out of Detroit is the Tigers. And the Tigers were a winner last night over the Baltimore Orioles, 6-5. Rodney gets the win. He's 2-2 with a 3.52 ERA, and Burnett goes to 4-5 with a 4.35 ERA. Homers for Brian Roberts. Miguel Cabrera had his 21st, and Clayton Thomas had the game-winning home run to the deepest part of center field. Now tonight, we get to see Washburn. Finally get to see Washburn pitch. It's Matsuzan, 0-0. His first start. This is his first start. He's going against Nick Washburn. Good luck to you, kid. Washburn, before being traded, he is 8-6 with a 6.24 ERA, and that game is at 7:05 on FSN Detroit. Cleveland had the night off last night, but they will start a 3-game homestand with the Minnesota Twins. Baker goes on the hill. It's 8-7 with a 4.86 ERA, and David Huff goes on the mound. There he's 5-5 with a 6.639 ERA. Go Tribe! Go Tigers! Last night in the world of baseball, yesterday afternoon, Tampa winner over Kansas City 10-4. Washington a winner over Pittsburgh 8-4. Oakland winner against Texas 3-2. The Cubs a winner 4-2 over the Cincinnati Reds. Arizona 6. The Mets 5, and the Brewers 6, and the Dodgers 5. Last night I was at the corner of Washington and Huron watching a little bit of baseball, but having a lot of fun. I'll tell you what. The Mud Hens came from behind again. Thanks to a Max St. Pierre home run in the 5th inning, cut the deficit to 2-1. The Mud Hens win 3-2 yesterday. McNabb gets a loss. He's 5-3 with a 2.38 ERA, and the winner goes to Freddie Dulce. He's 3-2 with a 4.14 ERA. Homers, Andy Green, his 2nd, Rivera, his 4th, and Max St. Pierre his 5th. And the game winner came from Mike Heston. That bum got a walk-off single. He still needs to be released. Now tonight, Broadway goes on the hill for Buffalo. He's 3-6 with a 5.08. It is Lance Broadway. Used to be for the Mud Hens and for the Charlotte Knights. Lugo is the reported starter for tonight's game. He's 9-8 with a 4.56 ERA, but Bonderman, Jeremy Bonderman, and Gum Time, Nate Robertson will be making rehab starts tonight for the Mud Hens. That game is 7:05 on BCSN. And now let's get to the standings. It's Tuesday, so we're gonna do the Mud Hen batting average. And I have an interesting fact for that, but let's get to the standings first. Let's start with the AL Central, where the Detroit Tigers, with the win last night, and Chicago and Minnesota being idle, now have a 2-game lead over the Chicago White Sox. Detroit's 55-49, Chicago's 54-52, Minnesota is 52-53, 3.5 back of the Detroit Tigers. Cleveland is 44 and 61 and 11.5 back of the Detroit Tigers. And Kansas City is 41 and 64, 14.5 back of the Tigers. In the IL West, Louisville is 62 and 47, first place in the division. Indianapolis is in second place. They're 53 and 56, 9 games back of the Louisville Bats. Toledo, 53 and 57, 9.5 back of the Bats. And Columbus, rounding out the list, dead last, 47-61, 14.5 back of the Louisville Bats. I keep saying Detroit Tigers. I don't know why I keep saying that. I did some statistics last night, and excuse me. Sorry, I sneezed there. I was supposed to be a 10-second delay. But last night, I did statistics for the game last night. I'm going to give you what their batting average was when they first stepped up to the plate. And then I'll give you the batting average when they last stepped up to the plate. We'll go with Will Rhymes. He led off the game last night. He started off with a 261. His last at bat, he batted a 264 with 3 home runs and 36 RBIs. Scott Sizemore, not Grady. Started off with a 313, dropped to a 309 batting average, 5 home runs and 17 RBIs. Jeff Frazier, at the beginning of the ballgame, had a 297 average. He dropped 3 points, 0.3 of a point, to a 294. He had 8 home runs and 37 RBIs. Mike Hessman, Mr. Hero, started off last night with a 203 average, gained 2 points with a 205, has 4 home runs and 51 RBIs. He provided the game-winning single yesterday. Brent Cleveland started off the game with a 268. He finished off with a 266, dropped 2 points, 6 home runs, and 16 RBIs. Brent DeLugich added a 292. At the end of the game, he dropped 2 points to 290, 9 home runs, and 50 RBIs for him. Ryan Roberson, I said Robert, or as most of the fans call him, Roby! He's batting a 231 at the beginning of the ballgame. He dropped 3 points to a 229, 7 home runs, 36 RBIs. Max St. Pierre started off with a 220 average, rose it to a 228, the biggest gainer of the night last night. 5 home runs, 14 RBIs. Don Kelly pinch hit in the game. At the end of his at bat, he batted a 3.32 with 4 home runs and 27 RBIs. And Jeff Larish, Mike Hessman Jr., I call him. Jeff Larish is batting a 299 with 6 home runs and 25 RBIs. What's all this have to do? I mean, with the importance, if you're going to the ball game tonight, watch the averages, how they drop. Because they either strike out or line out. Either drop 1 point or 2 points. And if they pick up a hit, they gain either a point, 2 points, or 3 points. Depends on how they run on bases. So if you're going down to the ball game tonight, have a good time, alright, everybody? But I am Andrew Alfred, and I hope you have an excellent day. And remember, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. And especially the teams up there. Victory is sweet. You tasted defeat. Have a nice night, everybody, and go Tigers and go Hens!